Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vyasadeva Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Ashtotter Sat Sri Śrīmad, His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada ki Grantaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Hare Krishna, we welcome you all to today's Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. We are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 2nd canto, 10th chapter, 4th verse. Bhagavatam is the answer to all questions. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashta Prayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah Namah Pankajanabhaya Namah Pankajamaline Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. Hare Krishna. Stitir Vaikunta Vijayaha Poshanam tat anugraha Manvantarani saddharma Utayha karma vasanaha Stitir Vaikunta Vijayaha Poshanam tat anugraha Manvantarani saddharma Utayha karma vasana Sthitirvaikuntha Vijayah Poshanam Tat Anugraha Manvantarani Saddharma Utaya Karma Vasanaha. Please recite. Kunta Vijaya Anugraha Manvantarani Saddharma Utaya Karma Vasanaha. Oshanam Tad Anugraha Manvantarani Saddharma Utaya Karma Vasanaha. Titirvaikuntha Vijayah Poshanam Tat Anugraha Utaya Karma Vasanaha. Titirvaikuntha Vijayah Poshanam Tat Anugraha Manvantarani Saddharma Utaya Karma Vasana. Matajis. Titirvaikuntha Vijayah Poshanam Tad Anugraha Manvantarani Saddharma Utaya Karma Vasanaha. Sthitirvaikuntha Vijayah Tad Anugraha Manvantarani Saddharma Utaya Karma Vasanaha. Word to word meaning. Sthiti, the right situation. Vaikuntha Vijayah, the victory of the Lord of Vaikuntha. Poshanam, maintenance. Tad Anugraha, his causeless mercy. Manvantarani, the reign of the Manus. Saddharma, perfect occupational duty. Utayaha, impetus to work. Karma Vasana, desire for fruity work. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The right situation for the living entities is to obey the laws of the Lord and thus be in perfect peace of mind under the protection of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Manus and their laws are meant to give right direction in life. The impetus for activity is a desire for fruity work. Purport. The material world is created, maintained for some time and again annihilated by the will of the Lord. The ingredients for creation and the subordinate creator Brahma are first created by Lord Vishnu in his first and second incarnations. The first Purusha incarnation is Mahavishnu and the second Purusha incarnation is the Garbhodakshai Vishnu, from whom Brahma is created. The third Purusha Avatara is the Kshirodakshai Vishnu, who lives as the super soul of everything in the universe and maintains the creation generated by Brahma. Shiva is one of the many sons of Brahma and he annihilates the creation. Therefore, the original creator of the universe is Vishnu and he is also the maintainer of the created beings by his causeless mercy. As such, it is the duty of all conditioned souls to acknowledge the victory of the Lord and thus become pure devotees and live peacefully in this world where miseries and dangers are always in existence. The conditioned souls who take this material creation as a place for satisfaction of the senses and thus are illusioned by the external energy of Vishnu remain again to be subjected to the laws of material nature, creation and destruction. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that beginning from the topmost planet of this universe down to the lowest Patala Loka, all are destructible, and the conditioned souls may travel in space either by good or bad work or by the modern spacecraft, but they are sure to die in everywhere, although the duration of life in different planets is different. The only means to attain eternal life is to go back home, back to Godhead, where there is no more rebirth as in the material planets. The conditioned souls, being unaware of this very simple fact because of forgetting their relationship with the Lord of Vaikuntha, try to plan out a permanent life in this material world. Being illusioned by the external energy, they thus become engaged in various types of economic and religious development, forgetting that they are meant for going back home, back to Godhead. This forgetfulness is so strong due to influence of Maya that the conditioned souls do not at all want to go back to Godhead. By sense enjoyment, they become victims of the birth and death repeatedly and thus spoil human lives, which are chances for going back to Vishnu. The directive scriptures made by the Manus in different ages and millenniums are called Saddharma, good guidance for the human beings. We should take advantage of all the revealed scriptures for their own interest to make life's successful termination. The creation is not false, but it is a temporary manifestation, just to give a chance for the conditioned souls to go back to Godhead. The desire to go back to Godhead and functions performed in that direction from the right path of the work. When such a regulative path is accepted, the Lord gives all protection to His devotees by His causeless mercy, while the non-devotees risk their own activities to bind themselves in a chain of fruitive reactions. The word Saddharma is significant in this connection. Saddharma, or the duty performed for going back to Godhead and thus becoming His unalloyed devotee, is the only pious activity. All others may pretend to be pious, but actually they are not. It is for this reason only that the Lord advises in the Bhagavad Gita, one give up all so-called religious activities and completely engage in the devotional service of the Lord to become free from all anxieties due to the dangerous life of material existence. To work situated in Saddharma is a right direction of life. One's aim of life should be to go back home, back to Godhead, and not be subjected to repeated births and deaths in the material world by getting good or bad bodies for temporary existence. Herein lies the intelligence of human life, and one should desire the activities of life in that way. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Shah Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Varsabhanavi Devi Dayitaya Kripadyaye Krishna Sambandha Vajnana Dayine Prabhave Nama Madhuryojjvala Premadhyaya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Pasiddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambude Padam Bhujayate Nama Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virba Bhumestvam Nirdeshna Sajjana Priya Vaishnavam Sarva Bhumo Shri Jagannadayate Nama Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama O Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Nama Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surato Pangur Mama Manda Matergati Matsarvasvapadam Bhujau Radha Madana Mohano Divya Drindaranya Kalpadhrumada Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Preshtalibi Sevyamanas Marami Srimad Rasarasaram Bivam Shivata Tadastita Karshan Venus Viner Gopi Gopinada Estriyestuna Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Before beginning, I would like to take blessings from all the Vaishnavas assembled here, especially senior devotees, so that we can discuss about this topic of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Sitir Vaikunta Vijaya Poshanam Tad Anugraha Manmantarani Saddharma Utaya Karma Vasana. So on the first, in this canto, 10th chapter, Bhagavatam is the answer to all questions. So the first shloka discusses about the 10 subject matters discussed in this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Atra Sarga Visargascha Sthanam Poshana Mutaya Manvantaresha Anukata Nirodha Mukti Rashraya. So then the third shloka discusses about what is this Sarga, what is this creation, what Lord has created. Bhuta Matrendriya Dhiyam Janma Sarga Udaharata. And then subcreation, Brahmano Guna Vishamyad Visargaha Paurusha Smriti. So Bhuta means these 5 gross elements, and then Tanmatra, okay, the object perceived by the senses, and then Indriya, okay, our working senses, and then Diyam in the subtle body. So these are all created by the Supreme Lord Krishna. And then comes the Visargaha, that means subcreation. So sub-creation is done by Lord Brahma, Visargaha. So Visargaha means whatever the elements which are created by the Lord, so Lord Brahma does engineering. He makes all the different bodies by using this. Suppose our body is made up of Pancha Mahabhut. Okay. So all the working senses, all Bhuta, Sukshma Sharir, everything is present in this. So this body is engineered by Lord Brahma. So all the living entities' body is engineered by Lord Brahma. So that was the first 2 topics were discussed in the previous verse, 3rd verse, and this 4th verse is being discussed about sthanam. Okay. Sthanam means maintenance. Okay, here sthanam is referred as stitir, maintenance. Stitir Vaikunta Vijayaha. Stitir, maintenance. Suppose if you see the creation is done by Lord Vishnu, and at the end the pralaya is done by Shiva. And the most important activity among this creation and then destruction, the most important activity above this is maintenance. If you see these 3 activities, the most difficult activity is the maintenance. So that is done by Lord Vishnu. Stitir Vaikunta Vijayaha. Why it is mentioned Vaikunta Vijayaha means everything which is created, it is prone to destruction. Everything which is created, it is prone to destruction. But Lord Vishnu, what he does is, he maintains the things in this world before getting annihilated. He does maintains. It is said that Mad Bayat Vati Vatoyam Surya Stapati Mad Bayat Varshatindo Dahati Agnir Mrutyus Charati Mad Bayat. So how he maintains? Mad Bayat Vati Vatoyam means the heat is present. Vati Vatoyam means the heat is present because means all the demigods are being controlled by Lord Vishnu, and the Lord Vishnu is maintaining the universe through the all the demigods' influence. Madbhayat Vativat Surya Stapati Madbhayat. The rains are coming through Lord Indra due to the fear of Lord Vishnu. Due to the fear of Lord Vishnu, Indra is showering rains. Due to the fear of Lord Vishnu, Suryadev is giving rising and setting. Due to the fear of Lord Vishnu, the Varunadev is giving rains, like that. So the whole material world is being maintained by Lord Vishnu. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki, Jai Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maya Sudarshan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. That's why it is mentioned Vaikunta Vijaya. That means he is creating a victory or a suitable place for all the living entities. He is maintaining all the living entities. Bhuta Abran Nacha Bhutosto means Krishna is maintaining all the living entities. Sarva Bhutani. Poshanam Tad Anugraha. He not only maintains, but he does Poshana also. But this Poshana, nourishment, especially he does for his devotees. Poshanaha, Tad Anugraha. By his causeless mercy, he does nourishment to his devotees, unalloyed devotees. So the third topic was Titir, means Sthanam and then Poshanam. Then comes Manvantarani. Manvantarani means this Manu appears in every. So Lord Brahma, in one day of Lord Brahma, 14 Manu appears. 14 Manu. That means the Lord Brahma cycle, one day means 1000 Chaturyuga. Okay. So 1000 divided by 14, it becomes around like 72 nearby. So the 72,000 cycles of Chaturyuga, 72 cycles of Chaturyuga every Manu. That is a period of Manu's existence. 72 cycles of Chaturyuga. So like that there are 14 Manus, which becomes one day of Lord Brahma. So what happens when Manu comes? He sets the dharma. Because Manu is the father of the mankind, so he sets all the regulative principles. He sets the proper direction, how a human being is supposed to follow. Manvantarani sad dharma. Utaya karma vasanaha. So this Utaya means impetus. Suppose if you are doing any activity, suppose today a lot of people came for attending this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. Why we came? Why we came for hearing this Bhagavatam class? It is? What is the reason why we came for hearing this Bhagavatam class today? Huh? It is related to the Lord. Means why we came? It is related to the Lord, that's why I came. Huh? Because it purifies me. Okay. To learn new things. Why are we performing this activity of hearing Bhagavatam? What was that prerana? What? Okay, these are the rules and regulations. Means even though there are rules and regulations, it's not that I have to follow. Means why am I doing? Why am I coming and attending this Bhagavatam class? What inspired me? It is because Srila Prabhupada has set the rules, because it is purifying me. It is so. What was that main thing which has inspired me? General. Don't think like too much. Okay. Generally. Huh? It purifies our heart. These are the, what we say, results, what happens by hearing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. But what was that impetus? Means we don't think all these things before coming and sitting, because it will purify me, because Prabhupada has said me, because all these things. We don't make this list before. We automatically sit. What is that? Yes. It is like a daily schedule, routine. So the thing is that why we are performing this activity, just like we get up in the morning, we automatically take bath and come for darshan of the Lord, attend Mangalarti and then chant. So this activity we are doing, what happens is by doing this activity, we develop impetus, vasana. Means this vasana will help us to again do this activity. That vasana, the taste, we are developing the taste, that desire to attend. Why it is, why I am attending today's Bhagavatam class? Because yesterday also I attended. Day before yesterday also I attended. So this, because I am attending regularly, automatically I will come and sit. So that is called impetus, utayaha. Utaya karma vasanaha. This works in every activity. Suppose if you are doing some kind of nonsense activity, and we want to prohibit it, till the time we don't stop it. Means it's not, till the time we don't stop it, then it won't go. Means I want to give it up, but still I am doing it every day. So that will never stop. Means we have to stop it. And then even after stopping, there will be vasana also. That desire, that samskara is still there. So it takes some time. So that is called utayaha. So stitir vaikunta vijaya poshanam tat anugraha manvantarani saddharma utaya karma vasanaha. So this stitir vaikunta vijaya, it also indicates that the Lord is more powerful than the other devatas. Vaikunta Vijaya, he is a Lord of Vaikunta, and he is maintaining this material world. Titir Vaikunta Vijaya, and we have to be very sure about this. Means we should never forget that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then only the next step comes of surrender. Submissiveness or surrender, full surrender, complete surrender to Krishna happens when we are completely sure that Krishna is a Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna is above all the demigods. There was once a pastime where it is told that there was one devotee of Lord Nrsimhadev. He every day sings for the Lord's pleasure, and that was his routine work. He every day comes to the temple and sings for the pleasure of Lord Nrsimhadev, and he goes back. So one day while he was coming on his way to do this activity, he was stopped by a Brahma Rakshasi. Okay, this devotee was stopped by some Brahma Rakshasi, and then he tells that I want to kill you and eat, like that it says. So the devotee says that right now I have this particular service of singing for the Lord's pleasure. After singing, I will come back and you can eat me, honor me, like that he says. So but then he says that no, I cannot trust you like that he says. Then the devotee says that suppose if I don't come, then I will get Brahma Hatya Papa, like that he says. The devotee says, I will get Brahma Hatya Papa. So then this Brahma Rakshasi, the Brahma Rakshasi means the person who in his previous life he was a Brahmana, but he committed so many Papa that he became Brahma Rakshasi. Okay, so the Brahmanas can become Brahma Rakshasi, if they don't follow the regulative principles. So it is like that. Spiritual life is like that. So the Brahmana, because he was in previous life Brahman, he knows all the things. He says that you are telling that you will get Brahma Hatya Papa, but even that has Prayaschitta. Suppose if you don't come, if you have told me that you will come, and if you don't come, you can do some Prayaschitta to forgive this. And then he say, and then the devotee says, okay, if this has Prayaschitta, then I will tell. If I don't come back, then I will get the papa of killing a small child. So then the Brahma Rakshasi, he says that this also has prayaschitta. And then again the devotee says the third thing, I will get papa of Gohatya if I don't come back. And then the Brahma Rakshasi says, even this also has prayaschitta. Like that he keeps on telling, and then he tells the 16th one. 16th time he tells that if I don't come, I will get the papa of considering Lord Vishnu equal to the demigods. He says this. Means the considering the aparada. If I don't come back, I will get the aparada of considering Lord Vishnu equal to the demigods. So then the Brahma says, yes, this doesn't have any prayaschitta. If a person is considering that the Supreme Lord is equal to the other demigods, is greatest aparada. It is which doesn't have, one of the greatest aparadas which doesn't have any type of prayaschitta. There is only one prayaschitta, that is chanting the holy names of the Lord. Other than that, there is no other prayaschitta. So when he understood this, then he allowed. So from this we can understand that how much it is great sin to consider Lord Vishnu is equal to other demigods, or Lord Vishnu is lesser than. This we know that in Telangana this Bonala Pandaga is going on, a huge festival. Every Sunday I heard that every Sunday they celebrate in different localities, So they say that this Poturamma, or I don't know, Potulamma, something. So this Durga Devi, she has this Trishula and she has this Sudarshan Chakra also. So that means there are some people who speculate that Lord Shiva has Trishula and Lord Vishnu has Sudarshan Chakra. That means Lord Devi has more power, that because she can hold Trishula also and she can hold Sudarshan Chakra also. She is more powerful and she has more hands than Lord Vishnu. So she must be more powerful than Lord Vishnu. So this is complete mundane speculation. Without referring to the Shastras, without referring to the proper Shastras, and if we do all these festivals just for the pleasure of the tongue, killing animals in the sacrifice and doing all these things will never benefit us. We'll be caught in this cycle of birth and death if we go on worshipping this Devi Puja. Prabhupada has condemned this. Even doing this Kali Kirtan, Prabhupada has condemned that Kali Kirtan will not help you. You should do Hari Kirtan. Kirtanadeva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Vrajet. Okay, it is mentioned in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. By glorifying Lord Krishna, we will be liberated from this material world. Not by glorifying Lord Durga Devi. That will not help. In one of the purport it is mentioned that if one takes shelter of demigods to come out of this Bhavasagara, it is just like catching the tail of dog and trying to swim over the material world. Okay? Taking shelter of the demigods to cross over this ocean of birth and death, it is just like catching hold of a tail of a dog and trying to swim over the material world. It is as foolish as that. So we should be very clear in our understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and only Krishna can protect us. That's why it is mentioned, Poshanam Tat Anugrahat. By the mercy of Krishna, only we can be protected. Otherwise, there is no chance of coming out of this material world. And Krishna gives protection to his devotees, okay, especially to his devotees. Palana he does for everyone, he maintains everyone, but Poshana poshanam. He does especially for his devotees. If you see the life of Pandavas, Krishna did so many things for protecting his Pandavas. Krishna became a security guard. When there was this Varna Vrata was happening, Krishna was guarding outside, like a security guard he was protecting, so that the Bhima doesn't sleep. And then Krishna became a chariot driver for protecting Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Krishna becomes a messenger for carrying out the message of Sandhi. Krishna becomes, this Rajasu Yagna, Krishna becomes like a, what do you call that post? Caretaker of the stand, chappal stand. Krishna becomes that, for helping his Pandavas. Means Krishna is ready to anything, any type of job for protecting his unalloyed devotees. There is one shloka from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, it says that Tasmad ekena manasa Bhagavan Satvatam Patihi Shrotavya Kirtitavyasya Deya Pujyasya Nishchada. So if we, with one pointed attention, if we worship Lord Krishna, Tasmad ekena manasa, means Vyavasayatmika buddhi, means one pointed attention. Bhagavan Satvatam Patihi Shrotavya Kirtitavyasya Deya Pujyasya Nityada. Every day, when we do these things, Shrotavya, hearing, glorifying, Pujyasya, worshipping with our body, mind and activities, then Krishna will protect us. Bhagavan Satvatam Patihi. Krishna will definitely protect those who are completely surrendered to them. It is said that Samashrita Yada Pallava Plavam. Samashrita means complete surrender. Samashrita means complete surrender. Yada Pallava Plavam. Who has surrendered to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Mahat Padam Punya Yasho Murare. Bhavamudir Vatsapadam Param Padam 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 Yadvipadam Natesham. So this material world is considered that every step there is a danger. Every step there is a danger. In this 2025 we might have experienced all the different completely such type of things happened in this 2025. There was a huge plane crash. There was so many wars are happening. So many thousands and thousands of people are being killed in the war because of there are some natural disasters are happening. So much chaos is happening. Why? Because this material world is designed in such a way that we cannot live here forever. We cannot live here forever. It will not happen. Anityam Asukam means Anityam, this is very temporary place, and Asukam, even though it is unhappy, here everywhere, whatever activity we do, we get distress only. We are full of distress. We are in full of distressful situation. Still, we make so many elaborate plans for staying in this material world. It's like it did not happen. Last plan did not happen. This time it will happen. Like that we are trying to do. In every lifetime we are doing the same thing. Trying to figure out different plans to get settled in this material world. But this is not going to happen. Why? Because Padam Padam Yad Vipadam Natesham. This is a place where every pada, every step there is a danger. So then what to do? We should surrender to Supreme Lord. Samashritayada Pallava Mahat Padam Punya Yasho Murare. Among all type of punya, the most pious activity is to chant the holy names of the Lord. There is one very nice shloka from, I think it is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, you can repeat after me. Gokoti Dhanam Grahane Kagasya Prayaga Gango Daka Kalpa Vasaha Yagnayutam Meru Suvarna Dhanam Govinda Kirte Nasamam Satam Sai. So this says that if a person distributes Go Koti Dhanam, means 10 million cows in charity. Okay, at which point of time? Grahane kagasya. That means at the point of grahana, means eclipse time. If you do any pious activity, we get means if we donate one cow, we get lot of punya. And if we donate 10 means 1 crore cows, how much punya we get? And that also at the time of eclipse, how much punya? It's like so much of punya one gets. Suppose if you keep it at one side, okay, this punya of doing Gokoti Dhanam at the time of eclipse at one point, and then Prayaga Gango Daka Kalpavasaha means staying at Gangodaka, means staying at a this Prayagraj, like where there is a confluence of Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, staying on the banks of such place for how many years? Kalpavasaha. That means how many? Kalpavasa. That means 1000 Chaturyuga. Okay, it's like 43 lakh years into 1000. That many years staying at the banks of staying in like Prayagraj. You know how much pious activity it is. Not only that, okay, if we combine this both two, and one more thing is there. Yagnayutam Meru Suvarna Dhanam gives a mountain of gold in sacrifice to the Brahmanas. Okay, by giving a dana, how much? Mountain of gold to the Brahmanas. So that punya also, if you combine all these three punya and keep it at one side, and then what is it? Govinda Kirter na samam satam sai. Just by chanting one time Govinda, and if you keep this one side, still, chanting one time Govinda is more heavier. No, that is the glory of chanting Krishna's name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, we should understand how much actually this chanting the holy names of Krishna is not pious activity. First of all, it is completely under the different plane, spiritual plane. It's on the spiritual platform. But still, to make us understand how much, what the glories of the holy name, how much powerful the holy name is. So that's why this chanting of the holy name of the Lord is the supreme most pious activity, which we should never give up. So that's what we are supposed to do. And it is mentioned about here, Manmantarani Saddharma. So generally, Manu establishes, he writes, Manu even writes, we heard about this Manu Smriti, different scriptures where Manu has written for the proper direction of the human life. The human beings can read these scriptures, can elevate their life towards the spiritual life. So, but in this Kali Yuga, okay, the more important than this Manusmriti is reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Okay. Why? Because Krishna Swadhamupagate Dharma Gnanadibhisaha. Okay. When Krishna has disappeared from this world, Krishna has went to his own abode. So at the time what he did, Krishna Swadhamupagate Dharma Gnanadibhisaha. The Dharma and Gnana went along with him. Kalo Nashta Drishamesa Puranarko Adunodita. So then what this Dharma and Gnana have taken shelter? So this Dharma and Gnana have taken shelter of this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So when we read this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, then if we lead our life according to the principles of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, by engaging in the pure devotional service of Lord Krishna, that is the greatest type of Dharma, Sad-Dharma. That will elevate us, that will give us a proper direction to going home back to Godhead. Okay? And for that we need to have this Utaya Karma Vasana. That means we should develop the, by attending every day, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, by attending the classes every day on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, we should develop this desire that I should come and hear every day. So this, by doing karma, we develop this desire to vasana. We develop the desire, vasana to come. And by developing the strong bond, again we do the same activity. So the karma, by doing the karma, it results to vasana, and by developing the strong vasana, it results to again doing the karma again. So we should do this. So that's why we should develop strong taste, strong bond or strong taste in hearing Bhagavatam every day and chanting the holy names of Krishna, Shravanam and Kirtanam. That is the only thing which can save us in this material world. And we should never think that now I am properly situated in Krishna consciousness, let me taste sometimes the Maya also. Now I am properly situated, sometimes I can engage in sense gratification. This is very, very dangerous. Even if we little bit deviate from this, it can create chaos in our spiritual life. Once Markandeya Rishi, he was doing tapasya, he was in complete meditation of Lord Vishnu, and he was in his own ashram, and then he was meditating upon Lord Vishnu. When at that time this Indra, he felt little bit insecure, and he sent all type of tribulations, apsaras, all those things, but Markandeya Rishi was not disturbed by all these things. He was in perfect samadhi, and he was meditating about Lord Vishnu. Then he got the desire. That how the external energy of Lord works, how this Maya works in the material world. He got this desire. He wants to know how the Maya works. Then what happens? Immediately what happens? Actually, the Markandeya Rishi, he lives almost like 2 days. 2 days of Lord Brahma. That was his lifespan. He stays for 2 days in Lord Brahma. So when he was doing this tapasya, at the time there was a day of Brahma was going on. But when his tapasya, during his tapasya was got completed, and then he got this desire of knowing about how the external energy of the Lord works, how the Maya works. Immediately Brahma's night appeared. So immediately when Brahma's night appeared, what happens? Pralaya happens. The pralaya means there was so much of showering of rains, and there was huge like a tsunami, all these things came. Huge tsunami came, and then everything got destroyed. His ashram got destroyed, all the whole planet got destroyed, and it was this Markandeya Rishi was flowing in this ocean of waves. Sometimes he was being swallowed by the sharks, and again he's coming out of them. Like that it was happening. It was happening for how many years? From so many thousands and thousands of years it was happening like this. And then he got so much kicked, by these waves of material world, so much of kicking. Sometimes suppose we are in the shore of the ocean, suddenly the ocean comes, sometimes it may slap us on the face. Sometimes we become so much fearful that we don't want to go into the ocean. Like sometimes the ocean waves are so powerful that it can slap, it can slap and it can throw us out of the ocean. But here in the Markandeya Rishi's example, he was being slapped, and for so many thousands of years it was happening, and then he got fed up, and finally what happened? He came to a place where on the banyan leaf there was a shining personality. Small baby was like lying down, and then he was thinking, who was this shining baby? And then he saw like a blue, like little Krishna was lying down on this banyan leaf, and what he was doing? He was tasting his own lotus feet. The Acharya says that because the devotees, they want to take shelter of this lotus feet, and everyone is so much mesmerized by the taste or the fragrance of this lotus feet. Even Lord Krishna is thinking, let me taste this. Okay, let me also taste how much taste my devotees are relishing. So he kept his lotus feet in his lotus mouth. So at that time Markandeya Rishi says, Karara vinde padar vindam mukara vinde viniveshayantam vatasya patrasya puteshayanam balam mukundam manasas marami. Let my mind meditate upon this Bala Mukunda, to this baby form of Krishna, where his Karara Vindami, with his lotus hand, he is catching his lotus feet, and then he is keeping this lotus feet into his lotus mouth, and he is chewing, he is tasting. to that portion, let me meditate upon that Divya form of Lord Mukunda, Bala Mukunda, like that. And then when he got darshan of Bala Mukunda, then he got completely satisfied, and then he was praying to he composed so many prayers, and at that time Lord Krishna became satisfied, and he has breathed him also inside. And then when Markandeya Rishi went inside the stomach of this Bala Mukunda, then he saw that he was in the ashram only. He was again into his ashram, surrounded by his disciples. So like that. So here we can say that even just by desiring to engage in this sense gratification, or to know how the Maya is working, or to experience the Maya of this material world, we will experience lot of sufferings. That's why we should be always tasmat ekena manasa, means with one pointed attention we should worship Lord Krishna. Okay, thank you very much. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, you can discuss.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम. एक्चुअली वन क्वेश्चन प्रभु, जैसे अभी का जो हुआ था डिवोटी ऑफ कृष्णा, प्योर डिवोटी, कृष्णा ऑलवेज प्रोटेक्टिंग हिम, बट वी सी इन आवर प्रेजेंट कलयुग पीपल लॉट ऑफ डिवोटी ऑफ द डेमीगॉड्स, ऑल थिंग्स they pray demigods only, they don't Krishna anything they have. So we have seen lot of also some accident happen, like recently happened plane crash. So one lady fortunately stuck in traffic and not reached the airport, and after when she realized that this plane has crashed, he was the devotee, I think Ganesh demigod. He fully give credit to like Ganesh save me, Ganesh save me. So this time incident happened, how we consider this is saved by Krishna or Ganesh, or his previous karma saved his? Because dead birth is saved by only God, not by demigod, not power to save them in dead birth. So this type of incident, how consider this is saved? Because he is not devotee of Krishna also.
About whom you are speaking? I am not understanding.
Sorry sir?
About which person you are speaking?
One lady, unfortunately he is also plane that journey is there, but unfortunately stuck in traffic. He don't, fortunately stuck in traffic but not reach the plane, that catch the plane. He saved. And after saying he realized this one, the protect us, I am he is devotee of Ganesh. Like that he goes like that, Ganesh save me, Ganesh save me. But when we see death and birth saved only God, Supreme God only, not demigod power that one. So this type of situation we see, how consider this is saved by Krishna or his previous good karma saved his, or what he devotee demigods that he saved. So how this consider this type of situation, we lot of sin like that Prabhu.
Here protection, Lord does protection. Krishna is supreme protector of his devotees, means other demigods, they can do protection of his wealth, of his fame, or sometimes even actually death, death, because worshipping some Devi Devata, I got protected from the death. This is our speculation actually.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Because it is his karma.
Yes, Prabhu.
Not because I worshipped this demigod, so that's why I got protected from the death.
Yes.
No, this is actually ignorance. Demigods, they can protect our material assets, but from death it is not possible. They cannot protect. Only by even if they want to protect, they need protection, means even whatever the protection the demigods are offering, it is also under the guidance, means under the supervision of Lord Vishnu.
Yes. Because in the Bhagavad Gita also Krishna told actually ultimate I am the whatever giving, not demigod, but people they think they giving, but ultimate I am the behind them is there, ultimate. So this type of situation we can say ultimately indirectly Krishna saved, we can say like that.
Yes, we can take example of Ajamila also, like how he got saved. Even though he did so many sinful activities, at the time of death, recently Radhesham Prabhu was telling that, he was telling that Lord is very attentive, because whoever has done bhakti na, with them he is very attentive. At the time of death, even though Ajamila was chanting Narayana, 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 addressing to his son, still Lord Vishnu sent his Vishnu Dutas. Why? Because even though he may be addressing his sons, he might be addressing to me also. So let me send my Vishnu Dutas. So like that. So real protection can be offered by Lord Vishnu. So other people's protection, it is temporary, and it is very it cannot be considered real protection, because the real protection we can achieve when we are protected from the cycle of birth and death. That no one can offer us.
No, but sir, this type of incident happened to how consider, because it is also Krishna protecting, na? Say, because death birth is the ultimate protect cycle, but any accident we skip from that accident. So this, who saved by this? We can say Krishna only, na? But because that time good karma or saved like that, because not at that time come, we have more life is there. So this also ultimate decided by Krishna only, because the ultimate protector.
This airplane crash happened, one person escaped.
Similar other lot of, we see, he not devotee, even not, Krishna, not everything, but he skipped one critical, we know how this, who shocked how this come here, that type also.
It is just, we can understand that his time did not come.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Like that we can understand.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
If you see the example of this Jada Bharat, in the example of Jada Bharat, where he was in his previous life, he was a devotee of Lord, because he did commit mistakes. Even though Krishna is such a protector, even though devotees commit some type of mistakes in their life, still Krishna protects his devotees. Still, even though there are some kind of mistakes, still the person is surrendered. So Krishna will definitely save them. Here, Bharat Maharaj, even though he gave up his whole life, even though he gave up his kingdom, everything, children, wife, he went for doing tapasya, but he got attracted by the deer and he fell down, became the deer, and then Jada Bharat. When he became Jada Bharat, when he was being sacrificed in front of that Devi, so at that time, other people say that, other people may consider that Devi has protected him. But no, Krishna has protected him. This Devi, she understood that he is Krishna's devotee. So that's why he got saved. Rather, she killed all her devotees for protecting Krishna's devotee. So like that. So that's why we should worship Krishna, who can award us complete protection. Okay, thank you. Any more questions? Someone was raising. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, you mentioned about the demigod worship, right, Prabhu? So you mentioned that, it is aparadha to consider Lord Vishnu as one of the demigods, right? Equal
or lesser than?
Lesser than, yeah. My question is see, if you see some of the sections of Vedas, sometimes they say that, okay, this demigod is the greatest. I mean, even for demigod worship also, unless they believe that the demigod is the greatest, they cannot worship. So why does Vedas do like that? I mean, why to keep people in illusion? If something is truth, it should be told, right? I heard that there are sections of Vedas, some are in Tamogun, some are in Rajogun. So they mention that, okay, particular demigod is greatest. So just want to understand that. If that is aparadha, so why to even do that? Lord Krishna is the greatest. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam tells, and many places in the Vedas it was mentioned. But some places it is mentioned that some other demigod is greatest. So why is this like that?
Means we should have intelligence to understand the scriptures. When we get such type of thing that here it's mentioned Lord Shiva is greatest of all demigods, like that. So we can understand that among the demigods, Lord Shiva is greatest. So like that we should come into the conclusion. Okay. So those who are devotees of Krishna, they can understand scriptures perfectly. These people who are trying to say that all Devi Devatas are all equal, actually they are actually misdirected, or they are misinterpreting the real meaning. The Veda speaks about the glories of Lord Krishna. It's not that Vedas are misleading us. It is our intelligence is misleading us. Vedas will not mislead. Even to read scriptures, we need guidance of spiritual master. It's very, very important. Guidance of spiritual master in the association of devotees. All these things are required. Otherwise, it is very difficult to understand the subject matter of Vedas, Vedic scriptures. Rather than better focusing on Vedas, if we focusing on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, where it is again and again repeated from first canto till 12th canto that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So better take shelter of such scriptures where it is repeatedly mentioned about Krishna's supremacy, where we will never be in doubt, or whether we will never be deviated. We should take shelter of that. Especially in Kali Yuga, we should take shelter of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, where we don't have much time for reading other scriptures and not much intelligence to understand the scriptures also, because Kali Yuga people are dull-headed. Kali Yuga people are dull-headed. That's why it's very difficult for us to understand the scriptures. Just read Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, understand the purpose of Srila Prabhupada, and make our life successful. It's simple like that. Okay. Thank you very much. Grantaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.